Hey folks, so we're in the car, we're starting on our little road trippy here. We got the whole fam jam. I thought that it would be good to kind of show you what a typical car ride looks like for us in terms of the snackaroos that we have. So we have kind bars, a whole thing of Yorkie minis, gummy worms, gummy circles. Am I gonna eat all this? No. Will I have a little bit of it? Probably. My like candy sweet tooth is not insane. I'd rather have like an almond croissant or like a donut or like a macaron. What I do have for good preparation is a massive bottle of water. I did eat before we left, so I had a good solid breakfast, got some protein in before we left, got some good carbs in before we left, so I should be able to last the entire car ride without having to eat. So we stopped. It's pee, naturally. But and I was hungry, I was snacky. Say hello to Juniper. So I got egg white egg bites from Starbucks. Usually when I'm traveling, especially at airports, there's always a Starbucks at airports. I've also gotten their oat cup before and I've added protein powder to it. I try not to eat anything unless it has a protein source, because then you're left at the end of the day with a bunch of protein left to eat, and that sucks. So delicious, look at that goodness. All right, so we just got to the cabin in Collingwood, just north of Toronto. We're here for 2 nights, and on Friday we take off on like a long hike slash cross-country ski to the Cottage. Just realized when I got here that I forgot my protein powder. I usually travel with my protein powder pretty well everywhere, like a couple scoops of it, so that I can use it just to top up my protein stores, considering I'm trying to hit 160 grams a day right now. Came in, I crushed like a lot of ham and crackers, so I logged that, got my protein in there for a snack. I think we're having chicken thigh tonight, which is pretty good, so I have a good amount of fat left over. But just wanted to kind of talk about like the approach that I'm taking for this weekend, right? Like I've been pretty dialed in for a while. My cut has been going really well, so I'm gonna be a little bit relaxed this weekend. I'm not gonna be tracking everything. So the point of this video is kind of just to show you, I guess, just like a little bit of what I do on a regular basis. And this is gonna be a pretty good example of like how I treat my weekends in general. And every time I go through a cut, it gets a little bit easier. You might be asking why, and that is because I spend time in between gaining muscle. And whenever you spend time getting muscle, when you try and get that kind of lean look again, it gets easier to do that because you have more mass underneath your, the excess fat in order to get that lean look. So that's why this cut is a little bit more lenient for me, which is great. I look like a slob. I've been traveling for 5 hours. I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna put myself together, and we're gonna take the dog out for a walk. Alright, so this is me after, I don't know, not the greatest sleep of my life. I don't know, I have a hard time sleeping in new beds, that's for sure. Oh my god. Cheers. I should talk about what my non-negotiables are and why that is getting me through the weekend. Water is one. 7 to 10K steps. Yesterday I got just over 10K. Today we're hiking the mountain, so that shouldn't be a problem. So I should be able to get in my steps there, and it's like a workout for me. I have no workouts planned for this weekend, so if anybody's wondering, like, are you going to a gym? No, like, maybe other vacations I might try and get a workout in depending on where I'm going and if obviously gyms are open, but we're hiking the mountain, we're going cross-country skiing, we're doing like a bunch of activity, and so that's like those are gonna be my workouts.
Based on what everything vendors are able to do all that, anything else?
Oh yeah, that was a good sneeze. Breakfast today at around, what time is it? 10, almost 11. Oh shit, it's 11:20. Water, and now I'm gonna go find something to snack on. World's best snack. Look at that. No, I didn't find any Brooksides. So I've basically just been working for the past like few hours, so I'm having some pulled chicken. Pulled chicken, I didn't put rice or anything in it because I ate some chocolate. I didn't want to add any extra carbs. Not a great idea on my part. I should have just not eaten chocolate and had better carbohydrates. If you ever have like a bunch of cookies, just chug a protein shake after. I'm just kidding. Don't get into that habit. Friggin' pumped. We just got to Big Red. It's called Big Red because it's a big friggin' red building. All right, we just got to the cabin, and that was about a 2-hour cross-country ski across the lake. Yeah, let's unpack. But we brought a lot of freaking food, so it's gonna be amazing. I think we're doing chicken tonight, chicken wings. We have a whole roast that we're doing. We're celebrating a birthday up here as well. So yeah, let's see what we got. Woo-hoo!
That'll do.
That'll do. The biggest thing that I have to be careful with, because I'm a big snacker, like I am and I'm not. Like regular life, I have completely actually cut out snacking like during the day, just because I can get into the habit of it and it derails my progress. So when I'm on vacation, I tend to snack. So as long as I can get that under control, then I should be fine for like the entire weekend. I'm just focused on my meals, make that my priority. The potatoes.
Cheers. Each Costco pack is 5.
Less. It's our last day here. We're packing up this morning. We're gonna take a hovercraft back into the mainland. Didn't track yesterday. Tomorrow we're just getting right back to it. Full day of tracking. Right, answering a question while we're in the car on the way back to Collingwood, answering a question that popped up on Instagram. That question was, what do you do if you're not in control of the meals? Or like, what do you do if someone else is cooking for you the entire time or something like that? That's a great question because it puts yourself in a tricky situation, I get, for a lot of people, because you don't want to be that person that's like, oh, I can't eat this and I can't eat this. And you want to appreciate the food that they're cooking for you, but you also want to stay on track. That's why I always like put in effort to try and create the meal plans as well. Like I you know, message them and say like, hey, do you want either help with that, or hey, can I take over 1 or 2 days or something, or 1 or 2 meals, maybe take over the breakfasts, maybe take over the lunches or dinners. Like, just ask if you can pitch in. I always do the same when it comes to restaurants too. I always say, hey, can I select the restaurant? Because that way I can go through menus and find something on the menu that I can eat. Before you do any of this though, you gotta kind of have a chat with yourself and say like, how am I going to treat this vacation? Because if you're going to treat the vacation as an opportunity to stay on track, or if it's just travel and not a vacation, like you're traveling or work for something, then that's when you have to put in that extra effort. Your other option is to just be on vacation, right? And like not go through any of that effort, and just enjoy yourself, kind of eat what you want, eat what's going to make you feel good, and then get back on track. So like you always have options. And then just depending on what option you choose, you put in the required amount of effort that's going to allow you to stay on track with that option.